Hello sweet friends and welcome back to today's video. I'm kind of in my PJs because I was just out shoveling, so I'm in comfy clothes. We're just gonna sit and have a little chat. I have my bone broth here and we're gonna talk today about how to find clothes you're actually gonna love and wear in the thrift store for years to come. And this is gonna be a little bit longer of a caffeine and collabing video. I'm sorry guys, today we're replacing the caffeine with bone broth. So we'll call it bone broth and collabing because we're winding down. So how to find clothes that you're actually gonna love and wear when you are in the thrift store. My sweet friends, this is going to take some mental notage when it comes to how you get dressed every day. My wardrobe is 60 to 70% thrifted as it stands right now. And there are some pieces that I look at that I've thrifted like 3 years ago that I'm like, my God, I got this at the thrift store for $3 and it is one of my favorite pieces that I own in my wardrobe. And it just puts into perspective how much it is so unnecessary to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on clothes because it's literally right there for an eighth of the price. And I promise you, you'll love it just as much, if not more, because it's a unique piece that you picked out that you know no one else probably has. This little plush thing is thrifted, altered state. I got it at Plato's for I think like $6 or $7. So perfect example. She's one of my favorites. Softest. I feel like I am destined to live out my life in the mountains in this, and that is what I'm about. Let's talk about the first thing. So variety, my sweet friends. Hit all your local thrift stores, go exploring, take a whole day, hit like 5 of your local thrift stores, I would say within 30 to 45 minutes, and just explore. Figure out the thrift stores that carry pieces that you really like, and you'll notice at certain thrift stores you'll go into and you're gonna find your favorite pants, your favorite tops, your favorite shoes. You'll kind of start to get a vibe, furniture, decor, about what kind of areas carry the pieces that you like the most. Get to know your local thrift stores. Don't be afraid of variety. Don't go to the same thrift store all the time. Switch it up constantly. I promise you that is the way to find unique pieces that you're going to actually love and wear. You can't keep it to the same thrift store. Now, if you find a favorite thrift store and that's the one you tend to like because you seem like you feel like you find a lot of pieces in one area, perfectly fine, but just don't forget to step outside of that zone because you're gonna get bored, or you're gonna be like, oh, well, I've come here now 3 times this month or whatever and I'm not finding anything. Yeah, just go to a different one. You can always revisit it. But again, variety, guys. Keep the variety in rotation. Get to know your local thrifts. Keep your options open. 2, you gotta know how you like your clothes to fit. I have had people tell me on so many occasions, oh, I go into the thrift store, I can't find anything, I take it home with me and I don't try it on. If you don't know what you're going in for and you don't have a darn clue what you like, how you like your clothes to fit, you're probably not gonna have many wins. Looking at the silhouette and style of a piece is really, really important, and the more you thrift, the better you will get at this. You're gonna really have to try stuff on regardless, which we'll get to that. But you just need to be able to know, do you like oversized? Do you like it to cinch in your waist? Do you like ruffles? Do you like it to flare out at the bottom? Do you like a wide leg, straight leg, skinny pant? And how the stitching of your clothing runs. Stitching also is a really good indicator of how quality a piece is. The better it fits, the better it's stitched. It's probably a piece that's gonna last you longer. Kind of bouncing off of that is to make sure you're studying how your clothes fit your body. Again, do you like a more oversized fit? Do you like it to fit tight? Do you like baggier denim? You know, all those things are gonna play a role. And you do need to take mental notes as you're getting dressed every day and like, oh, I really like the way this piece looks on me. I feel super confident today. Then when you go to the thrift store, you can be like, oh, I really remember that piece. And oh, this piece is kind of similar, like in a different color, a different fabric. So I think I might actually like this. I'm going to try it on. Like, that's kind of the thought process that you need to have going into it. And again, you need to be very, very, very open-minded and be prepared to be disappointed. Those are two things you just have to be weary of. But hey, if the piece isn't for you, it's not for you. Keep thrifting. I promise you'll find something even better. Know your colors. Okay, all of us stray outside of this. There are exceptions to this. But know the colors you generally wear in your wardrobe. I would keep it to at least 3. Like for example, for me, I don't like pink. And I've thrifted pink things. I like hot pink, but I don't like regular pinks. It's not my jam. And I've thrifted things that were pink, and guess where they ended up? Especially true pinks and salmon pinks. They ended up in my sell pile. So again, know the colors that you like. Know how certain colors look on your skin tone. This really plays a role in how confident you feel, because some colors will really make your skin shine. The undertones of your skin really glow, and it just really makes a huge difference in your appearance. So keep in mind your colors. Try your best not to stray out of that. Again, there are always exceptions. If you really love a piece and the way it fits and the color still looks good in your skin tone, you probably will end up wearing it. But 9 times out of 10, I would say if it's not in your general color rotation, just leave it alone. There are actually certain like colors that I just skip for the most part in the thrift store. Yellows, any muted tones. I just skip over them because I just know that like I'm not going to wear them and they look terrible on my skin. So why would I bother? I'll never sit here and tell you that you can't do something. Just a suggestion to help you not waste your time. Oh my God, this is one too that I get so much of. Try everything on. When you're in the thrift store, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You're there to chillax. You're there to dig. You're there to find the gems. This is going to take time, okay? Don't just pick up a bunch of pieces and check out. You gotta try them on. You gotta see how they fit your body, and you gotta do some movement in them and see, just, the vibe of the piece, the fit of the piece. There are a lot of pieces that you'll pick up that you think you'll love, and you get into the dressing room, you try it on, you're like, thank God I did not walk out with that, because it would have been a waste of my money. And this can still happen too, even when you try things on technically, but you're less likely to purchase a whole bunch of stuff that you're just not going to wear if you're trying it on. Obviously, like places at the Goodwill bins, you can't do this. You really got to eyeball it. Hence, generally the large amounts of clothes that you tend to get. But it's neither here nor there. Usually any other thrift store has a dressing room. You can try it on. Or wear clothes that are easy to throw over. If you don't want to go into the dressing room, you can just wear like tights and an oversized shirt with a tank underneath. You could easily just try stuff on in front of their mirrors. It's super, super easy. Try it on. Try it on. You'll also be surprised too with this approach. Pick up pieces that you're kind of on the fence about, but you like the style of, or you like the cut of, or you like the color of. If you're trying it on, even if you're on the fence, you might actually end up realizing you really love it. And that's an even cooler steal, because it's a piece that you were like, about, but it ended up fitting perfect and the color was perfect, and you're really glad that you took the time to do that. So try everything on. Please, please, please. I'm telling you, my sweet friends, just do it. My last tip for you guys is to check your pile. Check your pile at least 3 times. Check your cart at least 3 times. Whatever you've got in there, whatever you've picked up along your marathon, okay? You need to check it. So I like to check my cart once in the middle of my thrift trip, because I've probably thrown stuff in there that I was getting too excited about, and I'm like, I don't really want it. I walk back, I put it back where I found it, and then I continue shopping. The next time I check my cart is right before I go into the fitting room. Usually the clothes I've thrown in there, I will just try on because I've already gotten there and I've already checked my cart. But it's usually decor or other odds and ends I picked up that I was like, I thought I wanted this, but I don't. And like I said, walk back, put it back where I found it. We go into the dressing room, we try on. Now you want to check your cart one more time before you check out. Again, this is just to weed out any things that you are on the fence about. If you're on the fence about it, just don't get it. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of people end up taking way too much stuff home, and I have been that person, and sometimes I still get a little carried away and excited when I'm in the thrift store, but that's why I check myself 3 times, because I just don't want to bring unnecessary stuff home with me. As you guys know, we're trying to really, really hone in the wardrobe. These are the tips I have for you guys to hopefully start enjoying thrifting and stop wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on clothes, because it's just, it's so unnecessary. Not to mention you find real fabrics at the thrift store, cashmere, silk, cotton. The list goes on. I mean, and you're getting it for an eighth of the price. It's unbelievable. Where you can literally buy from Free People probably a polyester coat, 100% polyester jacket for $400. Just mind blowing. Like, and I was her. Like, I get it. And there are exceptions. You know, I still do shop fast fashion here and there, once in a great blue moon, but mostly it's all secondhand. Depop has been my recent addiction. Check out Depop if you haven't. I'm really recommending it. It's bomb. Like, I can scroll for days on Depop. It's kind of an addiction, honestly, because they literally, the algorithm, when you start liking stuff, it actually puts your style, it puts what you like, your exact style into your feed. So God, it's just like, oh, it's addicting. I probably shouldn't admit that, but Depop gets me, man. I feel like that's where the bulk of my shopping has been. I haven't even been to the thrift store because I don't like to bring chunks of things home. And with Depop, I can just add a bunch of stuff to my cart and then go back and figure out what I actually want after I've sat on it for a while, which I really like doing. Whereas in the thrift store, you kind of have that pressure where, okay, yeah, I really like it and the way it fits, I'm going to take it home with me. But, you know, maybe I could have lived without it.